usual, how's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. Today is the second in my play with Gourmande Girl Cosmetics. Christina is absolutely amazing, and this is a palette that she did in collaboration with Christa Makeup. Look at this, so wild, this cover, and it's got this beautiful color story, and then I created this look that is really different for me. What do we think? If you want to see how I got this look and then how everything performed, you are absolutely in the right place. Okay, without further ado, let's get on to the swatches. All right, swatchy time of the Spectra palette by Gourmande Girls, and then we will just go left to right and then down like usual, and then I will also again show them on my phone. But here we've got the first shade, which is a Sci-Fi. Then we have the shade Teardrop, which is like a blue, let's say satin. It's nice and smooth. Then we've got True Love. This looks so pretty. And then we have Wine Tasting, which I think is a beautiful wine color. Then we have the shade Butterfly Kisses, which is, hold on, let me just grab a little bit more. Is this purple shade, which is also a matte. So they're all matte and then one shimmer so far. And then we have Fuchsia, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's like Fuchsia and Tastic. Fuchsia-tastic? So there we go. And then we have Orange Crush. That's making me thirsty. I love a good orange. Oh, I should have done an orange look. Then we have Fantasy, which is this beautiful shimmer shade. It's like a rose gold, is that what they call? And then here's with my fingers. Then we have Nudist, so you'll be able to guess by the title that that is a neutral brown shade. I just got a little sparkle in there. And that's awesome for blending out. And then we have this one I want to play with in my next look, and it is a Strawberry Jam. How pretty is that? And that is also feels like the blue one, like more of a satin. Then we're going into our third row. So this was first row, second row. So now we're into the third row, and this is a Starburst. This beautiful shimmer there. Then we have Lilac Breeze, which would look really lovely with Butterfly Kisses there. And then we have the shade Havana Club, which will be another, or is another great shade for blending out, especially if you're using the, oh gosh, all right. So just in case I was holding my hand too low, Havana Club, Lilac Breeze, this beautiful shimmer, Starburst, and then there was that Strawberry Jam that I really liked. I'm just failing on swatches here today. And then we've got one called Twilight. I'm running out of arm space as well. So there is Twilight. This is so pretty. Look at that. And they're so soft and silky, these shimmers. And then we have this dark blue called Sapphire. And that's the end of the third row. And this one too is very like a satin, like some of these other ones. So not quite a matte, not quite a shimmer, beautiful satin. Isn't this a beautiful color story? Seeing it swatched out really hammers it home. I mean, it looks great in the palette, but okay. And then our final row, we have here, and I'm just going to do it along the top here. We have a Virgo, which is a beautiful matte pink. And we've got another gorgeous orange here, and this is called Sunkissed. And that's kind of a nice dark orange. Then we have another beautiful shimmer. It's Pink Sand. Look at that. Wow, that's really nice. And then 2 more to go. We have Lilu. I'll spot that on top of this other orange. There we go. And then finally we've got the black, and it is Corbin. And okay, it's not swatching super dark, but it is a really nice black. And there we go. There is our color palette. And again, I will quickly show what they look like on the phone. So that is up next. So here we go. Here is the Spectra palette via my iPhone. That's the first 3 rows. And then we have the last row here. It is so pretty. I mean, it looks beautiful in the palette, but swatched out. Yeah. No primer, just my pale pasty arm. And it is now on to the lip. Hey, it's Chloe. Are we ready to play with the Spectra palette? I am. Just a quick reminder, this is our little color story here. You should have seen the swatches just before I came on here. And I'm just going to quickly prime my eyes. Again, I'm using the one from Juvia's Place. Oh, I think I got more on my sweater than I actually got onto my hand to put onto my eyes. We are primed and ready. And I haven't quite decided if I wanted to do a more rounded look for once, or if I want to go back to my normal winged out look, which I do like. And I was watching Make Me Up Missa this morning, and she always does such a nice rounded look. She does end up pulling them out, but not at the extreme angle that I usually like to. And then sometimes she does them where she doesn't pull them out, and it's just a beautiful rounded look. So I don't know. So if this ends up being a gong show, we know that's what we get for going out of our comfort zone. But why don't we try? This palette has a beautiful black in here, and it is called... Okay, so this one isn't as easy to read without glasses as my other one. But anyways, it's that black shade there. I don't know if it's the black on white or the bright lights, but I'm not seeing that. So I'm going to take that kind of more flat brush there. We're going to go into the darkest shade. And then let's go. Yeah, wow, that's a great dark black. So let's go on the outside, and let's start with placing color. Oh, I got a little bit of mascara still left. Let's start with placing color, and then we'll worry about blending this out until I've placed my black here. And then she usually does on the inside as well. She'll do some black here. So let's try this. Is it just me, or is mascara the hardest part of makeup to get off? All right, so I'm going to take my favorite blending brush, and then we're just going to blend. Just so we've got it all placed there. So I guess it's going to be, I think we should do a smoky eye with a bright center, I think is what we're going to go with. And then we're going to take this other little smaller brush here. This is one of the ones from Suva. And then I'm going to go into, just for blending out, I'm going to go into this browny purple shade right there. I'll remember to, yeah, I still can't read that. I think it's called Wine Tasting, but I'll pop them up when editing on whatever side works best. But let's blend this out on top here with this color here. Yeah, this is a really, I would call it a nice wine color. So I think Wine Tasting is the right name for that, if I'm reading that correctly. If not, I warned you, I can't read anything without my glasses. And then again, taking a brush with no extra on it, we're gonna go, it's looking a little insane at the moment, but And then I'm going to take a little bit more of a lighter shade to blend a little further. So I think we're going to go into this one. It looks like it's called Havana Club. Yeah, it's just that black color I can't seem to read, I guess because it's a short name. But anyways, we're going to go into this other brown shade, and then we're just going to go blend a little higher up. Okay, so that's what we've got here. So now I'm just going to go and intensify the colors that we've used so far. So back into the black. All right, so let's do the bottom lash line, and then we will look into what kind of colors we want to do. And since I don't have a base on, I don't have to worry about spraying my mattes because we will clean it up. Yeah, it's easier to take it a little bit down and clean it up later than not take it far enough and then go put on a base and then having to try and fix it after. Yeah, this is very, very smoky. All right, so there's that. That is crazy smoky. And this side is looking like I got a little bit more of the brown, and this side a little bit more of the wine. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more wine tone into here to match us up a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. I like that. Okay, so we're gonna go looking at what we want to do for a bright inside. And I'm thinking what I might want to do is clean up the center of my eye and do like a little bit of kind of a cut crease. And then I'm really into this color Sci-Fi. This really bright color here looks really good if we want to do a matte center. If we want to do something shimmery, this one called Starburst is really pretty. So let me just, so that is in the yellow. Like so. And then if we go into that shimmer, is like so. They're both pretty nice. Okay, so let me just go and clean that up, do a little bit of a cut crease, and then we can come back to do the center of the eye. Okay, so I've cleaned up a little bit, and then I've gone and put in some of my eye base in the center. Not sure how much I'm digging rounded looks, but maybe once I've got my base on, if I feel like extending it, I'll extend it. Yeah, so, okay, so I'm thinking, I'm liking the idea of a brighter center. So I think what I'm gonna do is put the shade Sci-Fi in the center, and then along the edges, I'm gonna put a little bit of Fuchsia-tastic, that one there. So I think that's what I'm going to try. So I'm going to take this little brush here, we're going to dip it into the neon yellow, and then we're going to see how that does in the middle here. I know neon shades can be a little bit harder to do. Like with the Surge palette from Blend Bunny, people love them or hate them, it seems. This is going on very nicely so far. That is super bright. There we go. That's different for me. So let's now, I think I will want a shimmer on the center, but we'll try, maybe I can from the other palette use one of the topper shades. That would look really nice. Okay, so now that we're bright and green on the outside, let's take another brush. I'm just gonna take this flat one here, and then we're gonna go into that fuchsia-y pink shade, and then put that on either side. What do we think? I think that's kind of fun, right? It's kind of different for me. we'll leave it as a dark lash line. But I think once I have the base on, I think I'm going to like this look. All right, so I'm just going to intensify this a little bit. And then I'm going to do my base, and then I'll come back and then we'll figure out how we want to do the center, like what kind of shimmer we want to put and in the inner corner. So we'll be back in a second. Okay, so we're back. So I just have a quick base on, and then I used for highlight, I used a little twilight on here. And yeah, so I'm thinking for putting on our inner corner, I think my timer's gonna go off. Okay, so I was thinking for inner corner, I'm gonna go back into my That Time of Year palette, and I think I'm going to take the Feels, and I'm just gonna lightly pop that on our center on the yellow there. So I'm gonna just use my finger. I'm just gonna lightly tap on top just to give a teeny bit of sparkle. I'm not using a brush to get too much, just a little bit to kind of like highlight the pink and the yellow a little bit. Just give it a little bit of, depending on how I twist my face, we get a little bit of sparkle. I don't know if you can see that, but I do like that. So just a little bit, because I don't want to take away from the yellow and pink. I'm kind of vibing with that right now. And then for the inner corner, I think what we can do is the one that I used for my highlight, the one that is called Twilight. Let's do it. Let's go use a Starburst. Let's use this gold one, and then we're gonna go stick that onto our brush. We will give it a little spray to help her along, and then we're gonna stick that into the inner corner. Yeah, and that way we're tying in a little bit of gold in with the yellow. Yeah, I think that's really pretty. So there we go. So I'm just going to put on a little mascara, and then I think we can call this look done. Now this is quite a different look for me. I don't do a lot of smoky looks, so it's nice to get out of our comfort zone a little bit. And especially with such a fun palette, and to try a different color story into what I'm normally used to. So for first impressions of the Spectra palette, I like it. I think it is very pretty. I managed to get a different look for me. I do like this neon, or these neon shades here. I think they turned out really well. I'll have to take some photos. You can see closer. I really want to play with the strawberry jam. So I think we're definitely going to do another look with this palette, hopefully on YouTube, but if not, for sure on my Instagram. But anyways, this is the Spectra palette, Gourmande Girls, and it's with Christa Rice Makeup. Read, woman. So yeah, so it's their collab, and yeah. So again, one more quick look at this color story. You will have hopefully seen swatches, and yeah, that's it for me. I hope you liked this different look that we created. If you'd like to give us a like, comment, and subscribe, it'd be greatly appreciated. And maybe even hit a notification bell. It would help me out a lot. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends. We can play with indie brands together. So have a great day. Behave. Try and stay out of trouble. And we will talk to you soon. Okay.